So let's keep talking about some Dance Moms. Dance Moms continue to go viral more than 12 years after it first aired. Even though the hit series hasn't aired new episodes since 2019, memes and deep dives of the reality show are all over TikTok and YouTube. Even I'm talking about it. Lifetime's original series Dance Moms first aired on July 13th, 2011. It followed Pittsburgh dancers coach Abby Lee Miller and the dancers on her elite junior competition team. Filmed primarily in Pittsburgh and then LA, the show served as a launchpad for the careers of the dancers like Jojo Siwa and Maddie Ziegler. As they compete in a weekly competition, viewers turn in every week to see who would win first place in their division. But also the show featured drama about controversial costumes and group dances, as well as explosive fights between Miller and the moms. While the show hasn't produced any new episodes since 2019, rumors loom surrounding a potential ninth season. Dance Moms has had an interesting afterlife to TikTok and YouTube. The hashtag Dance Mom has 16.4 billion views on TikTok and encompasses all things Abby Lee Dance Company, including clips of popular group dances such as 2015's Boss Ladies, the hip-hop dance number, famously known as Maddie McKenzie's Final Dance, the tribute to dancers and their funny one-liners, and intense edits that tell the story of a specific dancer. There's also the occasional out-of-context Abby Lee Miller scene posted for pure entertainment value, or a clip Miller teaching dancer Nia her 2012 Working Girl, which cemented Nia as the fierce dancer at the ALDC. The show sparked many memorable lines. Jill famously doted on her daughter Kendall, repeating the coily expression "My little Kendall" so often it became a default catchphrase. Audio of her instructing Kendall to participate a front aerial, a signature move at the ALDC, was parodied and spoofed and branded like Visa Sprite has included in their marketing. The phrase also caused a Spotify song the same name to go viral. It's a little funny. Just a little funny. I gotta admit, it's a little funny. Fans of the show still love to post deep dives online as well. Some creators create video essays in which they explore certain narrative of the show, such as exploring the favoritism shown towards a certain dancer, while others refuse to cast interviews or the other artificials, including production notes that courted controversy to provide a more complex understanding of the real realm of Dance Moms. The show's evergreen virtual can be pinpointed to a lot of things. Christy, an OMG member of the show and mother of dancer Chloe, attribute the phenomenon to its relatability. Our kids are literally just a couple of kids from Pittsburgh who truly grew up together, and it's so interesting to see little girls who come from all shapes and sizes, like Penn Hills in Pittsburgh. We have careers now. Lozadiak told me in Zoom interview. Christy explained that the series was originally supposed to be a run for 6 episodes. However, once the show aired, ratings skyrocketed and it was lightning in a bottle. Where else can you watch a mother instructing an empty chair to do a solo, or a dance teacher stopping traffic so her students can film a Wizard of Oz themed commercial? I'm laughing because I know this scene so well, and I'm like, I wouldn't let my child go out in that crazy. She should have got a day to block it off so they could have done that. The outlandish, mad, great television and Dance Moms' recent viral demonstrated a longitude that her presence be on the girls' final dance. Christie has been a fan favorite. She's the subject of many viral videos thanks to her much memed and quotable one-liners. She has also been one of the most candid cast members about her experience. While she only recently found out that she was considered a Gen Z icon, Lozadiacs explained to me that Dance Moms had always been a major part of a pop culture even during its original run of the network, which had celebrity fans like Jennifer Lawrence and her podcast Back to the Barrier, which she hosted with fellow OG Dance Mom Kelly Hyland. They recap the show episodes by episode, sharing the reaction and behind-the-scenes secrets. People who subscribe to the Patreon receive exclusive content such as never-before-seen dances and photos. Excuse me. Where else could you watch a mother instruct an empty chair to do a solo, or a dance teacher stopping traffic? What do you want me to do? To tell the empty chair to dance? Go ahead, empty chair, dance. I remember that scene so well. I probably didn't quote it exact, but I remember that because it was like, yeah, no, she's right. The empty chair can't dance. Unless you made it magic, but no, it cannot. The series was full of personalities that made great TV and moments now that make great TikTok audios. Take, from instance, the Rosa Parks fiasco, which have been parodied multiple times on social media. The episode called The Apple of Her Eye aired on March 19, 2013. In it, moms Verda and Holly argued with Abby over which daughter should play the civil rights icon. Yeah, it should have been Nia from the beginning, but that's just me. Since the dance is called Rosa Parks, obviously this is a part designed for Nia, the only black dancer on the show, which is in this article. Frasier said in the episode, but Miller doesn't seem so sure. Don't assume anything. I have no idea who's playing Rosa Parks. Miller says as she presents the pyramid, her visual representation of how the girls performed the week prior, Vitro's advocacy that her daughter Kendall should be considered for the role as well. It's easy to laugh at the audacity, but culture commentary on YouTube, Tony Bryce, if I'm saying her name wrong, I'm so sorry. This conflict in her September 2022 video says everything wrong with Dance Moms. Racism, bullying, abuse, etc. As an example of the show's more problematic compounds, the fact that it was even questioned or even suggested that there would be some form of competition to who would get this lead and that it shouldn't be implied who this lead belongs to. Obviously no sense. Bryce said it would have never flown by today. That show would have been canceled real quick if they even tried that. I remember that thinking Nia was perfect, not just because she's a great dancer, she is the only black person, but she's also a sweetheart, and I think she understood it. I also still don't get why Kendall's mom really thought it was a great idea, but I also wonder if how many of those edited clips were edited to make it sound like that, or if it wasn't. But, I mean, Nia was always one of those, like, underdog characters. I always thought she was, like, very, like a muscular and really good dancer who, like, knew what she was doing and should have got more opportunities, but you know how it is. If you've seen the show, you know how it is. Other unsettling elements of the show have come to light. Dance Mom fans have uploaded production notes on Reddit and Google Drive that they bought at an auction. I love that YouTube channel. I've actually watched it all the time now. The notes reveal how much producers wanted to attract controversy with the show. Not from season 5 details, ideas from themes and storylines, including something with a cross, exorcism, something offensive, probably a license, a prayer, a child obesity, possibly overweight. You see, the producers had a lot more. I feel like, how do I say this nicely? They did a lot more than you think they did to make this really more dramatic and more, I don't know. I love the show, but at the same time, like, I get why some of the dancers are like, we're done. It was dramatic, it gave me PTSD, we're over it. And I'm like, since I have PTSD, I know how you feel, and I get why you're not going back. In January 2022, TikTok video post on YouTube and TikTok creator Jenna Burke Misery, who described herself as upsetting knowledge about dance moms, discusses some of the notes. Misery originally became aware of these notes after popular YouTube Max Z Boss posted about them in her Dance Moms Uncovered video. That's the one! I love her. This inspired Misery to make her own Dance Moms deep dive video series, The Rise and Fall of Abby Lee Miller. It has also completely changed the way that she interacted with the show. Of course, it's a reality show. Of course, there's things are produced. Told me in a Zoom interview, it really shows how the producers wanted to spin it. Specifically, the story producers, it's not just people being like, oh, well, production just did that. It's like production did that, and we have proof. I remember hearing some of the things, like the production wouldn't let them eat, and it was a whole thing. Miller's tough teaching style has also been re-examined by fans and commenters. She infamously threw a chair at the dancer Paige, which is another reason why they left. I'm going to be honest, if I saw someone throw a chair at my child, I'd be considered leaving too. I mean, there's just some situations where you're like, I got to get out. And would often take her frustrations with the mothers out on the dancers. Her throwaway comments and previously put for drama had to be the produced of a careful crafted character, right? In 2017, Nia told J14 magazine that what you see is what you get, but also they don't even show everything that happens on the show. So I mean, other people might say different, but from my point of view, it's much worse off camera. Nothing changes. That her personality early this year, JoJo Siwa reacted to a reference montage of Abby Lee Miller breathing her in a TikTok that read, when people hate to try and hurt me, but this was my childhood. According to former cast members, other incidents weren't as straightforward as they seemed in the show. Dancers sometimes forgot their solos, which would often lead to explosive dressing room fights in a spot at the bottom of Abby's pyramid. But Fallon Chapman, who appeared on the show in 2014 as a guest dancer, explained in a January TikTok that in an incident where she had forgotten her solo, she had actually injured her knee during her dance, so she began improvising the rest. She also said that she ran off the stage so that the camera operator wouldn't see her crying and trying to make some story out of it. Okay, let me think. Fallon Shelton. Why can't I place you? Was she on the mini team? Girl, were you on the mini team? I can't remember now. Okay, we're almost done. Chapman, if I'm saying her name wrong, I apologize, stated that prior to her appearance on the show, she had only done a couple of solos and that she had only done musical theater and lyrical numbers. This is already a red flag at this point. When they told me I was going to be doing like a drunk and creepy choreography number because I never had done one before. Chapman explained, while the dancers experience a whirlwind of emotion experiences. Many seem to be thriving TikTok. Carolyn posts updates on the show's dancers and explained to the interviewer in Zoom that the show was such an important part of so many people's lives growing up that there was bound to be an audience hungry for life after Dance Moms. They were role models for so many other girls that they were the same age. She said, "It's exciting that it has this longevity, even though the show has been only for so long that the original cast has been gone even longer. There was just something about them, they connected with people." Lozadiak agrees. Lots of people grow up and have big careers, but it's odd that like a group that literally has known each other since they were 2, 3, 4, they all have successful careers and no one's a serial killer. Which is amazing. They easily could have been given everything they've ever been through. I love Dance Moms. I have so many mixed feelings towards the show. I used to never watch it. Then I started watching it. And I saw I'm like, I get what Abby was trying to do, but man, she was much. But it's also like, was it part of the producer's way of showing her? Was she really that bad? And some of the dancers can be controversial as well, but I'm like, I get it, you're young. When you're young, you do stupid things and say stupid things. And the girls went through a lot. I just hope they all maybe get therapy of some type. Okay, well I hope y'all enjoyed. Bye for now.